What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Tiffany's Corner. I am Tiffany, and this is where we discuss anything and everything. I'm back. You're like, what are you doing? So I take full accountability for that. A little blonde with a camera. Let's go. I'll start off this video by just saying thank you so much to all of you who have been so patient, waiting for me to get my life back together so that I can come back and start making content for you guys. I am so excited for what I have coming. And that's what she said. Anyway, I'm just so excited to be back and for what I have in store for you guys on this channel. If you are new here, hello, welcome. And I don't know what short form content brought you here, but I am so glad that you liked it and you decided to stay. So in today's video, we are going to do a Q&A. A couple weeks ago, I took to my social medias. I went to Instagram and TikTok, and I gave people the opportunity to ask me questions that they wanted me to answer on a video because I am constantly being asked where I've been, what I've been up to. So I was like, you know what better way than to come back with a Q&A video and just kind of like reintroduce myself. You know what I mean? And if you're new here, you get to know a little bit about who I am. So I appreciate all of you who sent in your questions. And there was one question in here, though, that I thought was actually pretty funny. And it was, would you consider doing an OnlyFans just for your feet? No, not that type of content around here. So sorry to disappoint you, but I thought that the effort was there, which was kind of cute. So moving on, let's get this video started. Okay, this person asked me, what do I do to stay motivated and to keep pushing through every day? Me personally, it's my kids. There's nothing that I wouldn't do in this world to stay motivated for my kids because I always want to try to be the best version of myself for my kids that I can be. And I want them to always know that no matter what mom is going through, that they can always come to me for anything. My kids are my motivation. They'll always be my motivation. So another motivation question. What keeps you motivated to work out? The gym is my therapy. No matter what you're going through in your life, you can go to the gym and you can sweat it out, grunt it out, push it out, leave it there, and then get them endorphins and leave every time feeling like a G. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like going. Once you get in there, you're just like so glad that you went and that you showed up for yourself because the most important thing to do is show up for yourself. And so, yeah, that's what keeps me motivated to go to the gym is it's therapy. It's definitely therapy. And to a gym question, somebody asked me how much weight I've lost. So in the last year, I've lost 47 pounds, which honestly is insane to me to know that I even had 47 pounds to lose. And I still have a lot more to go, which is wild. So yeah. But you know what? I have nobody to blame but myself. I'm the one that put it on. So back home in Virginia, before I moved to Florida, I was hardcore into boot camp and working out and my fitness journey and all that. Again, continued on with the therapy. Moving to Florida, I kind of just like didn't focus on that anymore. And that's where I messed up. I take full accountability for that. And I'm still going. I'm still going, baby. I'm back. So just give me some time. And are you still doing ghost hunting videos? No. But I do plan on having some exploring videos coming to the channel soon because I have some locations that I've actually been to before. I've had people invite me to come do some locations with them. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. So it'd be like, a little blonde with a camera, let's go. And if you guys know me from that type of content before, then you would know that I am a full-on coward at times. But I think that's what a lot of you liked about me being into those locations is because how terrified I was, but I was still in there. Okay. So give me some credit. I was still in there. I won't be doing the ghost aspect of it. I'll be doing more of the exploring and telling the history because a lot of you know how much I just loved telling the history of a location and knowing that I'm walking that history is like pretty cool to me. Your skin looks amazing. What do you use? Look, these 11s are 11ing. Okay. I be looking at people all the time like, okay. But no, I appreciate that. But the only thing that I use really is just vitamin C and moisturizer. Your girl's aging. Okay. I'm 44 and I'm fine with that. I love getting older. So I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm a mom of a 2-year-old baby girl. Any advice? So my biggest advice, which is something that I am still to this day learning, and that I'm working on myself actually currently, is patience. I cannot tell you how important patience is, especially just being a parent. Patience is so important. So just be patient with your little person and listen to them. listen to what they're saying, especially like me having a teenager and, my daughter being 24. They're just different aspects and different realms that I'm dealing with right now, but I love it. Like my daughter is like my little bestie. My stepdaughter Malia is my little bestie. And yes, I still consider them my stepkids. If you don't know, I have a past relationship that I'm still very close with those kids. I was there since they were 13. So I still consider them, mine. And, they're adults now. So we have like a whole nother connection. Like it's a whole nother realm of that connection as well, too. But having a teenager, a preteen, shall I say, it's important to listen to them. Like pay attention to what it is that they're going through, what it is that they're trying to talk to you about, and don't invalidate their feelings because that's what they're dealing with personally at that time. So I think it's really important to listen to our kids, listen to our teenagers. Like, oh my gosh, the patience that we have to deal with is like, we won't even know where our patient button is, but these guys will find it and then they'll just like pounce on it. You're just like, what are you doing? Trying to work on my patience with you, and you're like pushing the button. But it's fine. Work on patience and listen to what your little person is talking about because it's very important. A lot of these teenagers need somebody to listen and they need to know that they are being heard. Next question. Do you still have your cleaning business? Yes, I do. So before I moved to Florida, I had a cleaning business for over 20 years, and I actually still keep in contact with some of my clients, and I love them so much. They were such great people and such a big part of my life. So I'm like so glad that I still have like connections to them. And when I moved to Florida, I was able to give some of the clients that I left my cousin. So my cousin actually still works for some of the people that I left behind, which I love that so much because it was really hard leaving some of them. Like I genuinely considered some of them family, and it was hard for them when I left as well because it was like, it was like 20 years of working. So when I moved to Florida for 6 years, I wasn't doing it, but then I recently, a year ago, started back up, and now I'm doing like different aspects. I'm doing also residential and commercial and new construction, just different types of it. So it's a different realm here in Florida for sure, but it's working out. It's fine. We got it. Somebody asked what I'm going to be doing on YouTube. Now, there could be some people who like frown upon this, and that's fine. I know that my people will find me. So I don't want to be boxed into a niche. So I will be doing a little bit of everything. I will be doing some exploring. I will be doing some true crime. I will be doing some vlogging, some reactions. I'll be doing whatever I feel like doing on this channel because I don't want to be stuck in a box. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least, hey, I'm here. I'm hanging out. I'm doing what I want. I don't want to be doing something that I'm not enjoying because then I'll just not want to do it. So stay tuned for that. That's what you'll see. And will I be making cooking videos? I will probably do some more cooking videos. I know a lot of you guys have asked me to come back and do some more of those videos. So yeah, I'll probably do some of those as well. Next question. Do you regret anything that happened in your past? Absolutely not. I don't regret a single thing that I went through in my past. Not a single thing, because it got me to where I am today and it made me who I am today. And I feel like everything that you've been through is also a growing experience for yourself. And it's a learning experience for yourself. You get to learn a lot about who you are as a person by what you've been through, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't regret anything about it. I don't regret a single thing because it put me where I am today. It made me who I am today. And I love who I am. So I'm not going to regret anything that I have ever been through. How are my kids? My kids are great. I love them little guys. Like I just love them so much. And right now it's summertime, and every summer my son goes to his dad's for the summer in Georgia. So that's where he is right now. He's on his daddy time. And this is funny. So I've had people say, oh, well, she's just looking for a daddy for her kids. First of all, let me just address the fact that the internet sucks. Okay. And you have to have thick skin to be on here because for the record, both of my kids have whole daddies. Okay. Like they both got whole daddies who are very involved in their lives. So I think it's funny when I hear people like come up with like these wild ass assumptions of things because it's quite comical. And my daughter just recently moved like 5-10 minutes down the road from me. So that's great because for the past 2 years, she's lived an hour away from me and I hated it. So now she's closer and we get to see each other more, which I love. So, and she's doing great. So I'm excited having her close. Okay. So now this is getting into like, I guess like more personal questions of dating or my relationship status, or I don't know. So I just threw these all together in a box. Somebody asked me, how is a single life treating you? Me personally, I love it. It's fine. I feel like it's a lot of reflection on myself. I'm able to focus on myself more. When I'm in a relationship, I'm like locked into that relationship. And Sometimes I tend to forget about myself. It's a time for just self-reflection and self-growth. And I am at such a peace right now with where I am that like I'm enjoying it. Like I love it. I'm not somebody who has a problem being alone. I think the single life is very much needed at times. I think it's very important to spend time by yourself. It's a time for self-growth and self-reflection. It doesn't matter what age you are. We are always changing and we are always evolving into different parts of who we are. And I think it's very important to know who you are by yourself outside of a relationship, and your single time is the best time for that. So it's a time to just focus on yourself. What kind of man are you looking for in the future? This question is, I'm just looking for a best friend. Like I want a best friend. I want somebody that I can vibe with, somebody that I can do life with. We can bounce ideas off of. I want mental stimulation. I do not care about status. I don't care about looks. I am all about like what you can do for me mentally. Looks are going to fade. Status is going to fade. Money is going to disappear. So to me, it's more about a personal connection. Put it like this, okay? If The Walking Dead happens tomorrow, I need to know that I can still vibe with you. You know what I mean? When everything is stripped from you, I want to know that we can still vibe, that we can still connect, that we can still be one. We can still be a team. We can still be a unit. We can still crush things together. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm not a wine and dine type of girl. Like I don't care about like all of the, what you can give me, what you can do for me. That's just not what I'm into. I'm the type of girl where it's like, hey, you know what? If we can get in the car, go get a coffee, roll the windows down, vibe out to some music, ride into the sunset, because I'm going to tell you now, I am a sunset girl. Like I love the sunset. I love the moon. I love the stars. And it's not just me. I think it's just like genetically programmed because my mom, true story, okay? She's so cute. Every single night on Facebook, my mom will post a new picture of the moon and she will tell it, "Good night, moon, shine on." I think it's just in our DNA. My daughter, obsessed with the moon. Everything is moon. She just loves the moon. She thinks the moon does not get enough credit for its beauty. Just being together and just vibing out to that type of scenery, I love it. I'm all for it. That's me. That's what I'm looking for. I just want somebody who is honest, somebody who is loyal, somebody who is about communication, somebody who can just sit there and just have a conversation with me about literally anything. The stupidest things, I just want to have a conversation about. I don't care what we're doing. I don't care where we're going as long as we're together. I don't care if we could be sitting on the couch and just scrolling our phones, but as long as our legs are interlocked and your hand is on my thigh, I don't care what we're doing. My type of love language is quality time and acts of service. Okay. So I am one of those people that I will do for you to show my love for you. I don't need you to constantly be stroking my ego with your words. I don't need you to be constantly giving me affection. I'm just not that person. Now, do I want to constantly do those things for you? Absolutely. Because the more you mentally stimulate me, the more I'm into who you are as a person and the more I'm attracted to you. So that's just me. I get really kind of worked up over it sometimes because I'm just like, and I also need somebody who understands kids. Okay. I don't want somebody who, because this is another question. In your next relationship, do you want them to have kids or not have kids? Or do you prefer them to have kids or not have kids? I would actually prefer them to have kids because of the simple fact that one, I love being a stepmom. I do not want any more children of my own. That factory is closed. I love being a stepmom. So I have no problem being a stepmom to somebody. I feel like somebody who has kids understands kids. I would even prefer them to be close to my son's age. So that way, if we ever do like a family outing or if we're going somewhere together as a family, my son can have somebody that he can vibe with and that he can kick it with that's in his same age group. So they are connected kind of to the same things or same similar things if possible. My schedule as a mom is crazy. Okay. And I need somebody to understand that. My son loves playing sports. He's all about basketball. He's all about football. I need somebody to understand that. Like my son will come first. And I will get to that in a second too, because there's something I'm going to hit on about that as well. Like this is just an example. My son last season was playing basketball and football. So Monday and Tuesday, basketball practice. Wednesday night, Bible study. Thursday night, football practice. Friday night, basketball games. Saturday, football games. And then Sunday was church. So when I tell you it was just nonstop. And I need somebody who understands that and somebody who's going to be in support of that, just as like I would be in support of their kid going through the same thing and showing up for their, like, I want to show up for those things. I love watching sports. I love it. I think it's so much fun. And if you have like a relationship who's into the same thing, let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a football girl, Dallas Cowboys all day. And my second team is the Bucks, because for obvious reasons, because I'm here in Tampa. You know? And going back to like the whole my kids come first thing, there's a lot of people who will shun that. Okay. And that's fine. It is what it is, but I'm going to break down why my thought process is that way. Okay. So first and foremost, I don't even consider this a spot because it's just a given. I need somebody who also has the same amount of faith as I do. Okay. Like, God is my foundation. He is my sturdy rock that I stand on through everything. And I know that no matter what I'm going through, I trust his path. I trust his process. I could crash out at sometimes, and that's fine. It's normal. We all are capable of it. But man, let me tell you, when it comes to my faith, I lean 100% on that. So I'm not even going to put that as a top tier because it's already there. Like, that's just a given. So when I say my kids come first, it's because when I'm with somebody, I'm not putting them first. If I'm with somebody, you are now part of me. We are one. We are a unit. So what's going to come next? Our kids. I don't want to go and be like, oh, I'm putting my spouse up here and then my kids here, because we are already one. We are already a unit when you're together, if that makes sense. Like, if that's somebody you're going to be building with, let me put it that way. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it'll make sense to other people. That's just how I feel about it. That's just my thought process. So yeah, I would need somebody who understands being a parent, because being a parent is extremely top tier for me. Somebody asked, do you feel like social media has ruined relationships? 100%. Ever since social media, I think it has ruined many relationships. The person that I do go with, I do want them to understand social media, and I want to know that I can trust them on social media. They can trust me on social media. I try not to be in my inboxes, and if I am in my inboxes, it's not anything flirtatious. I just try to stay out of my inboxes, honestly, as much as possible when it comes to that type. So if I see you coming at me in that demeanor, I'm already backing out. I'm not entertaining you. I'm already pulling away from that conversation. I would want that for my partner as well. And this is why I would rather meet somebody on a more personal level, because you just never know who's actually talking to you for you. So when you meet somebody personally, it's just different. You know, it's more of a personal connection. Please, people, for the love of God, stop taking everything that's posted on social media personal. Okay? Like, I post things that aren't even involving my situation. I just find things that'd be really funny. And this is another thing, okay? My ADHD is flying around. I'm not for the weak, okay? My personality is not for the weak. My head is always in the gutter. I have the mouth of a sailor. I'm very sarcastic. I have a very strong personality. So if you're going to be with me, you have to kind of vibe with it. I am being picky, and I don't care if I'm being picky. I have the right to be picky. So if this person exists for me, then God will place them in my path. If they don't exist for me, then I'm perfectly fine being alone. I have a great circle. I have a great group of friends. I have my kids. That's all I need. If I'm with somebody, it's because I want them. It's not because I need them. So, and that's the other thing, is that if I put you in my circle, it's because I want you there. That can sound cocky all it wants to, but y'all, I don't think y'all understand. I am at such a place of peace that I don't know how to explain it. It's, if I find somebody, I find somebody. If I don't, I don't. That's just, and I'm not about to chase nobody. I'm not about to beg nobody. Like, it's just my whole thought process is like, I'm back, baby. I'm back. So there's that. Hugs or kisses. So when I read that question, I was like, kissing, 100%. I am a kisser. I love kissing. Like, that's my thing. But then I was like, wait a second. I do love laying my head on my man's chest and listening to the heartbeat. So I love laying my head on my man's chest too. So I guess it all depends on the situation. What type of music do you listen to? I listen to all music. I am not picky when it comes to my music. If it has good lyrics, I'm on it. If it has a good beat, I'm on it. I love country music, rock music. I love rap music, and people will argue with me. And I've had these arguments in my live streams before. So if you don't know, I go live on TikTok pretty regularly, but I've had these arguments before on TikTok when people are like, you know, who is a lyrical genius? And my response will always be Eminem. I don't care. We can argue all day long and it will just fall on deaf ears because I am very stubborn when it comes to it. Eminem is the top. Can't nobody touch him. He is the GOAT of all freaking goats, okay? Eminem top tier. But who is directly underneath, who is like rubbing elbows, is Lil Wayne. And it's just, there's no arguing it for me. Like, it's M, it's Wayne, and then DMX. I am a hardcore DMX girl. Like, you can't tell me nothing when it comes to DMX. So yeah, that's my theory with it. But other than that, I love all music. I will listen to all music. I'm very versatile when it comes to music. Like, it just depends on my mood. Another question is, this doesn't have to do relationship status, but it is, what is your favorite food and what do you prefer on your pizza? I love chicken parm. I'm a chicken parm girl. I think I was born the wrong race. I should have been Italian, because boy, I will tear up some Italian food. And for my pizza toppings, I don't know. I guess I would say pepperoni, bacon, mushroom, green pepper. I don't know. I love all pizza, so it's hard for me to actually pick a pizza topping. I just don't like olives. I am not an olive girl. I've tried really hard to like olives, and I just can't find myself to do it. So if there's ever olives involved, I will pick them off, or I will pluck them out and hand them to my son, because my son loves olives. So this person asked me, why do you still wear your ring? I don't. I wear this. This is just, it's just a diamond band that I have, that I wear, because I'm dedicated to myself, and it's kind of like a deterrent when you're out in public and you don't want people to like approach you. I mean, some people are still disrespectful to the ring, whatever. But yeah, that's why I wear it. And now for the question about, everybody's asking about me and Omar. So I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope to God that someday that you guys can just kind of move past it. We were what we were, and now we are what we are. And I hope that he gets everything that he wants from this world. I want people to understand that we are still people, and that just because things were put publicly, like our lives were made public, it doesn't mean that everything should be made public. Some things are meant to be dealt with in private. And I don't regret anything that happened in our relationship. You know, it is what it is. It's the path that we are apparently supposed to be on, and it's the journey that we're supposed to be on. So I just hope that eventually people can learn to respect our boundaries when it comes to that, because it gets kind of overwhelming. It's constantly being brought up. And I do know that people are passionate about the situation in the relationship, and I 100% understand that, and I respect it. But I'm just asking if you can also respect our situation when it comes to that. And, you know, we're both just moving on with our lives. And, you know, I wish him the absolute best in this world. So there's the answer for that. So yeah, I think that's all the questions that I have for today. And I hope you get to know me a little bit more. I hope that you continue to stick around for what I have coming. And if you want to follow me on my other social medias, you can look down into the description of this video, and I'll have all of my social medias linked in my link tree. Anything that I have will be down in my link tree. So I hope to see you guys there. And I'm looking forward to my next video. I'll be working on that next. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.